Bernie Sanders. Now, Sanders has called himself a socialist. Now he refers to himself as a social democrat. But he stated for the record that he's not in favor of public ownership of the means of production, so he isn't a socialist at all. Yeah. He's just a Democrat. But the party has moved so far to the right over the years that anyone sounding like most Democrats sounded 40 or 50 years ago is able to call themselves a leftist even when they're no such thing. Now, if you're registered as a Green, why do you want to vote for a Democrat at all? And you do that because you aren't really a Green. You're just a disaffected Democrat who lives in hope that somewhere, somehow, someone more likable is going to show up. So Bernie Sanders is their dream guy. So Sanders supporters are people who have for a long time been disaffected from the Democrats. And now there is a crisis because many of them say they won't support Hillary if she gets the nomination. And some of them say we need a third party. But if they believed in that, there are already third and fourth and fifth and sixth parties in the country that people in most states can vote for. You can vote for the Greens or the Communist or the Social Worker Party, or you could help build one of those parties. You could talk about the National Black Independent Party that existed some 30 years ago. But it just shows you that people aren't really interested in change at all. And it's interesting to see how even people who are worthy of respect show that they too are afraid. They're afraid of change, or they don't want to put themselves on the line, or they're in denial about the nature of the Democrats, or they were just phonies and hypocrites all along. Sanders is the Obama of 2016. He has pulled off quite a marketing coup. He isn't a socialist, but markets himself as a socialist to people who also are not socialists, but they feel better thinking of themselves that way. So everyone is in on the big lie. The Sanders campaign website asks the question, are you ready to start a political revolution? Sanders is marketing the word revolution the same way he's marketing the word socialist. Revolution has different meanings, but voting for Democrats doesn't meet that definition by any standard anywhere. We know what revolutions look like. America had a revolution. It was a counterinsurgency to make sure that slavery would be safe should the British choose to end it. It was a reactionary revolution, but it was certainly a fundamental systemic change. Russia had a revolution, China had a revolution, Cuba had a revolution, Grenada attempted one. Ukraine had a right-wing revolution a couple of years ago, but you get the idea. There's nothing about voting for a liberalist Democrat that fits anyone's definition of a revolution. But you need not be involved in a struggle of those dimensions in order to be a revolutionary. It would be revolutionary to campaign against the Democratic Party or to work for a social movement that is not aligned with a political campaign. It would be revolutionary to keep campaigning against the current president, even though he has only 9 months left in office. Yes.